What if the people who cause you the most pain are actually your greatest teachers? Does that sound crazy? It contradicts all instincts. Imagine you're standing in the middle of a storm. The wind tears your umbrella, and the rain pours down. All you can think is, how can I escape this storm? But what if the storm didn't just happen? What if it's showing you a weak spot in your shelter? When we encounter a toxic person, most of us do one thing: we run away. We either run away or try to push them away. We protect our boundaries at all costs, and that's understandable. It hurts. But Eastern wisdom whispers something else. It says, don't push them away. Look more closely. Why? Because what we call toxicity is often just our reflection in life's crooked mirror. It is a lesson that comes in the form of a storm. Today, we're not just going to talk about how to deal with difficult people. I will reveal 3 ancient keys hidden in the heart of Buddhist wisdom that will help you transform your enemies into your greatest teachers. These keys will transform your enemies into your greatest teachers. These keys will show you how to find peace because of these encounters, not despite them. As Buddha said, our suffering arises from our resistance to what is. Are you ready to stop resisting and start understanding? Let's embark on a journey. We'll start with a story as old as the hills but as fresh as morning dew. Once upon a time, there was a monk. One day he was walking along the riverbank when he saw a scorpion struggling against the current. The scorpion was about to be swept away and swallowed by the deep water. The monk's heart was filled with compassion. He bent down, carefully picked up the scorpion, and carried it to the safety of the shore. But as soon as the monk's fingers touched the scorpion, it stung him. The pain shot through his hand. Instinctively, the monk let go, and the scorpion fell back into the turbulent water. The scorpion began to drown again. Gritting his teeth in pain, the monk reached out again and was stung again. He let go again. Once more, he witnessed the creature's suffering. A young disciple was standing nearby, watching the scene. He couldn't stand it anymore. "Teacher, why do you keep trying to save it? It stings you every time. It's ungrateful and dangerous. Leave it to its fate." The monk, fishing the scorpion out of the stream for the 3rd time, replied calmly, "The sting is in its nature, the nature of a scorpion. Compassion is my nature, a human's nature. Why should I give up my nature just because it does not give up its own?" After being stung for the 3rd time, he carried the scorpion to dry land. The scorpion quickly disappeared into the grass, saved. The monk's hand was swollen and burning with pain, but his face was calm. The disciple stood in bewilderment, his mind racing. "But Master, is it fair to endure pain from someone who causes evil?" The monk looked at his disciple with boundless patience. "My son, the scorpion is not evil. It acts out of fear and survival instinct. Its sting is its only defense in this vast, frightening world. Can't you see? It doesn't want to hurt you. It fears pain itself. Its toxicity is a cry of its own suffering." This parable isn't about allowing yourself to be stung. Rather, it is about deep understanding. The toxic people in our lives are often like those scorpions. Their harsh words, manipulation, anger, and coldness are their stings. It is their way of protecting themselves from a world they perceive as hostile. It is their cry for help, disguised as an attack. It is their unconscious pain spilling out. Buddha taught, "All beings seek happiness and strive to avoid suffering. Even those who cause pain to others do so because they are deluded into thinking it will bring them relief, security, and control. Their actions speak not of our worth, but of their inner turmoil. So, why do they come? Why specifically to us? Buddhist wisdom points to two great laws: karma, kama, and impermanence, Anicca. These are not punishments or coincidences. Rather, it is a mirror and a lesson. Those who annoy, frighten, or hurt us reveal something important about ourselves. What exactly? What we are still strongly attached to. That which we have not yet accepted. That which we still fear in ourselves. Imagine a calm lake. It reflects the sky, the trees, and the sun. Now, imagine throwing a stone into the lake. The surface distorts, breaking into random waves. A toxic person is like that stone. The problem isn't the stone, though. The problem is that our lake, our mind, was not deep or calm enough to withstand the impact without losing its reflection. Their arrival reveals our inner instability. They show us, inside you there is anxiety. Here there is anger. Here are old wounds that still hurt. Practice observation right now. Think of one person whose company leaves you feeling toxic. Don't analyze their actions. Ask yourself, what specific emotion arises when I think of them? Anger, fear, helplessness, resentment? Where in my body do I feel this emotion? Clenched fists, a knot in my stomach, pressure in my chest? Just acknowledge, yes, I feel this emotion. The Buddha taught in the Majjhima Nikaya, recognize suffering. This is the first step to freedom. Your scorpion has revealed your vulnerable spot. Thank it for this lesson, even if only mentally. What do you feel? Don't think, feel. So, we understand that toxic people are not enemies, but rather mirrors and teachers. According to the laws of karma, they come to show us our own points of attachment and fear. But how can we practically stop repelling them with anger and start finding peace and wisdom in these encounters? Here are 7 time-tested steps from ancient sutras. Stop and breathe, mindfulness, sati. When a harsh word, accusation, or manipulation stings, your first reaction is to run, attack, or freeze in fear. Stop. Do what seems impossible. Do nothing. Just breathe. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the air entering and leaving your nostrils. As Buddha said, the mind is like a wild elephant. Mindfulness is the chain that tames it. This moment of pause is your chain. It breaks the cycle of automatic reactions to fear or anger. It brings you back to the here and now, where real choice is possible. Practice the 3-breath rule. When faced with toxicity, mentally say, stop. Take 3 full conscious breaths, focusing only on the sensation of breathing. Only then respond or act. What has changed? Look in the mirror, understanding, Panna. After a pause, ask yourself, what exactly in me responds to this person? What old wound, fear, or belief does he touch? Maybe it's the fear of rejection, or resentment at injustice, a feeling of inferiority. The Buddha said in the Dhammapada, we are what we think. Everything we become arises from our thoughts. A toxic person is just a projector, shining your own thoughts and fears, often hidden, onto the screen. Their toxicity is your pain reflected back at you. Dramatic question. Are you ready to look into this mirror honestly without judging yourself? Or would you rather break the mirror and blame it for what you saw? Cultivate the garden of compassion, Metta. Once you understand your own pain, consider his. Remember the parable of the scorpion. Those who cause pain suffer deeply themselves. Their sting is the cry of their unskilled, fearful, and ignorant heart. The Buddha taught, hate cannot be overcome by hate. Only love can overcome hate. This is an eternal law. Metta is neither weakness nor approval of his actions. It is a courageous recognition. This person, like me, wants to be happy and avoid suffering. He is simply lost and causes pain because he knows no other way. Practice. Mental phrase. Look at this person, or remember him, and say to yourself, like me, you are seeking happiness. Like me, you fear suffering. Like me, you make mistakes. May you find peace. May you be free from suffering. Repeat 3 times. Do you feel the stone in your heart beginning to melt? Build a bridge of crystal, not a wall. Wise boundaries. Panna plus Sati. Compassion does not mean putting up with everything. It doesn't mean being a doormat. Buddha never taught us to be victims. Wisdom lies in knowing when and how to protect your inner peace. Imagine a bridge made of pure crystal. You can see the person on the other side and understand their pain, but the bridge defines the distance and quality of interaction. You can say, I see that you are in pain. I cannot accept your way of communicating, shouting, insults, or manipulation. I am ready to talk when you are calm. You could also say, I can't participate in this conversation right now, or we need time apart. These are not aggressive statements. It's an act of self-love and love for him because you're not feeding the cycle of negativity. Affirmation based on the teaching. With love and clarity, I guard my inner world. I deserve peace. Practice. Think of one clear, calm phrase to set boundaries with your toxic person. Write it down. Rehearse it mentally. How does your voice sound? Confident? Calm? Let go of the reins of control. Non-attachment. Anatta. Often, our pain from toxic people stems from our desire to control them, their opinion of us, their behavior, and their feelings. We think, if only he would change, I would be happy. However, Buddha taught about no self, anatta, and impermanence, Anicca. You cannot control another person. Their thoughts, feelings, and actions are their karma, their river. Attempting to change them is like trying to stop a river with your hands. You will only exhaust yourself and get wet. Accept the fact that they are who they are right now. Your happiness should not depend on them changing. Dramatic question. Will you continue exhausting yourself by trying to change things beyond your control? Or will you let go and focus on the only thing you can change, your own mind and reactions? Transform poison into nectar. Karma transformation. Every difficult encounter is a seed of karma sown in the past through thoughts, words, or actions. Encountering a toxic person is not a punishment, but an opportunity. It is an opportunity to work through this karma with wisdom and compassion, not retaliation. Imagine they bring you a cup of poison, their negativity. You can drink it and poison yourself by responding to evil with evil, or through the practice of mindfulness, compassion, and detachment, you can transform this poison into nectar. How? By not absorbing their negativity, not identifying with it, and not responding in kind. Respond to anger with calmness, to insults with silence when appropriate, and to cruelty with kindness if it won't encourage more cruelty. Doing so breaks the chain of old karma and sows the seeds of new, good karma. Quote from Buddha, Anguttara Nikaya. Victory breeds enmity. The defeated live in torment. Those who renounce both victory and defeat, who are calm, find happiness. Practice. Recall your last conflict. How could you have reacted differently using steps 1 through 5? Write a new script for your response. What words? What tone of voice? Become an unshakable mountain, taming the mind, Chittavivaka. The world is full of storms and scorpions. You cannot control the outside world. However, you can build an impregnable fortress of peace within yourself. This fortress is your trained mind. Meditation is not an escape from the world. Rather, it strengthens your inner refuge. Buddha compared a trained mind to a mountain, saying, "Just as a mighty rock is not shaken by the wind, so a wise man is unshakable amid slander and praise." When your mind is strong and calm, no external, toxic storm can shake your inner peace. You will see the storm, but remain in the center of silence. Practice the 5-minute mini meditation. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Watch your breath. Step 1. Imagine yourself as a huge ancient mountain. At its base, storms rage, your problems and difficult people, thunder roars, and rain pours down. But the top of the mountain is above the clouds. It is bathed in pure, quiet, eternal sunlight. You are that summit. Watch the storm below, but remain in the silence and light above. Breathe. You are the mountain. How does it feel? These 7 steps are not magic. They are a path. It is a path of awareness, understanding, compassion, wise boundaries, detachment, transformation, and strengthening the mind. Sometimes you will stumble. Sometimes the pain will be too much, and you will forget to breathe. That's okay. Buddha taught about the importance of constant effort, not instant perfection. Every difficult encounter is an opportunity to apply these steps and deepen your understanding. Remember, toxic people don't come to destroy your world. They come to show you where your world is still fragile. They show you where you are still attached and where you still identify with pain. They show you where you still identify with pain. By accepting them as teachers and taking these steps, you're doing more than just coping with them. You dissolve the soil from which your suffering grows. You find peace not from the world, but in its very heart, amid all the storms. You gain the steadfastness of a mountain. Choose one of the practices described in the steps: 3 breaths, compassionate phrase, boundary phrase, or mountain meditation. Devote yourself to it sincerely for 7 days. Apply this practice every day, especially when you think about or actually meet a difficult person. Notice how it changes you, in your reactions, in your sense of peace. Don't wait for a miracle. Observe the small shifts. These shifts are the seeds of your inner strength. Dear seeker of peace, you have a choice. You can continue to waste your energy pushing away toxic people like annoying flies, which only fuels your anger and fatigue. Or you can take a step toward ancient wisdom. Take a step toward understanding that these encounters are your personal path to awakening. Right now, without delay, choose 1 step or mini practice out of 7. Make a bold commitment to practice it for 7 days, just 7 days. Not for them. Do it for yourself, for your peace of mind, for your freedom. Start a journal and write down your observations. How is your state of mind changing? Share your discoveries, difficulties, and small victories in the comments below. Which practice resonated with you the most? Which step was the most difficult? Your experience is invaluable to everyone walking this path. Together, we create a space of understanding and support. Remember, your journey to unshakable peace of mind doesn't begin when your problems disappear. It begins with a single conscious breath amidst those problems. It begins with a single glance in the mirror gifted to you by a toxic teacher. It begins with a single seed of compassion sown in your own heart. As the Heart Sutra says, gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi, svaha. Oh, transcending beyond, leading beyond the limits to enlightenment, glory be. You are already on your way. If this video has been a guiding light for you, and you feel there's some truth to it, please support our channel. Subscribe to Thoughts and Mindfulness to explore the hidden wisdom of Buddhism in life's most ordinary and difficult moments. Click on the bell so you won't miss new steps toward inner freedom. Every subscription shows that the light of wisdom is needed in the world. Thank you for staying with us until the end. May peace and understanding grow in your heart with each passing day. The next lesson will come to you in the sound of flowing water. Subscribe so you won't miss how a simple tea ceremony can become a gateway to a silent mind. Which of your scorpions did you discover today?